The continent has many beliefs. I've covered some worshipped people, monsters and gods in a few videos. This time, however, I won't talk about a specific religion. I'll go over all the smaller religions and gods in the north. I'll mention some of the larger ones, but they are big enough for their own videos at a later date, so I'll keep the information at a very low level for them. Some of these will be from the games, and some of them from the books. There are a few that appear in both. I will not talk about Skellige in this video, just the mainland religions in the north. So let's start with the deities. Going down the list in alphabetical order, the first one is Aesculapius. This god is taken from the real world's hero and god of medicine in the ancient Greece world, Asclepius. This god doesn't really appear in physical form, but in Vizima on Merchant Street there is a statue of the rod of Aesculapius, which is the same figure as is on Shani's necklace. Next on the list is Skoram Achtera, the cult of the lion-headed spider. This is somewhat a more explored cult, with references in both books and games. In The Last Wish, Nilfgaard got cursed after he raped a priestess from one of the temples. However, because there's more information about this, I'll save it for a later time. Next up, Dagon. He's an underwater being and is mainly worshipped by the Votinoi. This creature only appears in the games and is a reference to the monster by the same name from H.P. Lovecraft. For now, I'll leave it at that with him, since I plan to do a video about him at some point in the future. And if I talk too much about him now, then that will be pointless. Huldra is a goddess most oftenly worshipped in Craden and Vespaden. Her temples are similar to elegant inns or massage parlors, as she represents lust. The priestesses are said to look beautiful, and Geralt, at some point in his life, learned an exorcism from one of them, which he tried to use on the genie in The Last Wish. The cult of Forefather Creve is a larger belief in the north, being worshipped in the entire north and having their religious center in Cadwyn and Hangfors. This religion managed to cooperate with the cult of Melitele and the Eternal Fire. Not much is known about this religion, except that in Bearfield, one of the larger temples belongs to Creve. Anyone who has finished Hearts of Stone might recognize the name Lilvani. She was an ancient Nordling goddess of the moon, most oftenly worshipped in Elander and Velen. Lifia is next on the list. However, you might know her better under the name Dana Meab. I'll link the video in the top right of the screen. As a quick summary, she's an elven goddess which is also worshipped by humans and actually appears in the books. Melitele is perhaps one of the most famous religions in the north. I'll be saving it for a future video. However, the basics come down to that she's a patron for love, marriage, peace, fertility, nature and abundance. Nahaleni, you might know the name from the Eye of Nahaleni, which Kira gives to Geralt in The Witcher 3, as well as the Mirror of Nahaleni that Aridea used, which told her that she and many would die by the hand of Fredefalk's firstborn, Renfri. Nahaleni was often worshipped when people were in need of luck or wanted to conceal or hide something. Most of her followers are farseers or fortune tellers. Sedna, as in the Sedna Abyss, is described as being a dangerous, wrathful lady of the sea. It is believed that she has a great number of sea demons under her control. She is most oftenly worshipped by people who live among the shores or have to sail over the Great Sea. It was believed that the portal that Vilgefortz had created in the Sedna Abyss was the goddess's way to show she was angry. Theopatis is a forgotten god from the Pontar Valley. Statues can be found in The Witcher 2 near Flotsam. This god is most oftenly worshipped by witches as well as a few villages deep in the forests. During the human colonization, Theopatis was seen as a guardian god and often associated with rivers, fish and sailing. And last of the gods is Verna. In The Witcher 3 you can find her statues all over Velen, where she is worshipped. They call her Verna the Merciful. During the quest, Defender of the Faith, Geralt has to repair a few of her shrines. There's also a speculated unnamed horse deity, which is derived from the fact that there are so many horse icons on way markers. I'm not sure about this one, but Wiki states it as a god. But I'll leave it out here, because I don't really feel like it's anything as long as we don't have a real name. Besides the gods, the Northerners also worship several powers. These include Chaos, Destiny, the Eternal Fire, Order, and the White Frost. Some men made their way into being worshipped as well. These include Adela, who was the daughter of Valka and was seen by some as an incarnation of Melitele when she died by the plague while helping the ill. Saint Gregory was declared a saint after he saved Novigrad from starvation by importing food from Nazir, costing him half his fortune. The prophet Lebioda, I made a video about him quite recently, which can be found in the top right of the screen. Saint Plegmont, who spread the word of Lebioda throughout Toussaint and converted the whole duchy. And, as the last human on this list, we have Saint Zoatham, who was worshipped in Toussaint for some unknown reason. To end this summary of other gods we know, we now arrive at the monsters and other creatures. First up, the Queen of Isgith, Garnicora, and her video will be linked in top right as well. The Ladies of the Woods. If you played The Witcher 3, you know them. They are not very nice people. The Lady of the Lake is a nymph that appears in The Witcher 1, as well as in Blood and Wine. Leshy, better known as Leshens, are worshipped as well. This best case as we've seen in The Witcher 3 in Skellige. I don't think that I could put any more stuff on the top right of the corner, so I'll put it in the description if it doesn't fit. And to end all the gods, men, forces and beings, we have the Water Lords. The Water Lords probably refer to the Vojonoi and Dagon. This belief is most active in the swamps outside of Vizima. As a quick bit here at the end, in Uitginveil, they worship a mythical being called Baal Zebub. In Velen, some people worship the All-God, the Sylvan. Some Northerners also worship Lilith. However, just a very few, so I didn't put her on this list. That was it for the summary of the Northern Pantheon. I left out a few that showed up on the wiki, since some of them only had sources that weren't the books, games, or anything Sapkowski or CDPR related. If you liked the video, subscribe and like the video. It's a bit double. Till the next video. Bye.